Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, the Doctor. The Doctor's in the house. Anyway, this week we're going to talk about Fright Fest. I got a 6-minute video of that Graveyard Groove show that I'm going to play. We'll talk about news, upcoming Ace events. We'll go over Fright Fest and all that good stuff that comes along every week with the notes, the good old notes. So it'll be fun. Anyway, besides this week, next week is the last show for 2 weeks, and actually I'm a bit excited, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So let's get over with the news, and then we'll get on with all the good stuff. You have no video? Audio, yes. Video, no. I'm seeing video. Where'd the video go? Maybe refresh. Maybe do a refresh. I don't know. Can everybody see the video or no? Video quality is okay. So, audio, yes. Video, no. Whatever that means at the moment. So, hopefully we don't have the annoying Wirecast crap going on. But, alright, so let's start with all the big announcements. SeaWorld announced all their stuff for 2017. And they're going to spend 175 million buckaroonies. And there's all kinds of stuff. I know I didn't write down everything about it. I didn't put a lot of news this time because I don't know how long the Fright Fest stuff's going to take. But in any case, so SeaWorld San Antonio, they're going to get Wave Breaker, the rescue coaster. It's going to have 2 launch segments. It's made by Intamin. Even though I've been hearing Intamin is going back and forth and blah, blah, blah. But it's going to have 2,600 feet of track, hitting a top speed of 44 miles an hour, and most of the layout to be built over the park's ski show lake. So that's what they're getting. I think they're getting some other stuff. I'm not exactly sure, but that was the main thing that I wanted to talk about. I don't know how many of you have seen the video of it. I finally actually saw it this morning. I actually looked at it. Tampa for Busch Gardens. I didn't see what, if and anything, they were adding anything. I was kind of under the gun this week. It's been crazy. You know what I'm saying? With work and trying to get everything ready for the cruise, and it's just been a mess. It's been really hectic, and that's why I'm glad that the cruise is coming, because then I can finally go, you know what I'm saying? I've been on the go and getting, for a while, and it's just nice to do it. Video freezes when you type stuff. iOS 10. So anyway, so that's what San Antonio's getting, which is going to be good because that's where we're one of the host parks for CoasterCon next year. So we'll be able to actually check it out. You know, it'll be a new coaster next year that I can actually check out. Hey, Sean, what's up? So that'll be interesting along the lines because I've never been to that SeaWorld. I'm actually looking forward to it. So with San Antonio, SeaWorld getting the Wave Breaker rescue coaster, it's going to be cool. If you notice everything that SeaWorld's doing, it's to give everybody education on animal rescue and so on and so forth, if you notice that. That seems to be the big thing now ever since PETA started going, hey, bad boys, you got orcas and you got killer whale and you shouldn't be doing this and that and the other. So they're changing gears. And San Diego, I believe, is the first one that's going to get their new enclosure, new show, blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes. But, so that's San Antonio. Orlando, yep, they're going the VR route with Kraken. They're also going to have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Friends. They're going to have a new seafood festival. They're going to have an Electric Ocean new nighttime show. And then San Diego's getting a Ocean Explorer submarine dock ride kind of thing. They're getting 5 new rides. Only one was really described, which is a wave swinger. And it's going to be swinging riders through a field of bubbles. But the other rides were not described. As that I know of for Lake Compounce, I don't know what they're getting yet. Here's my thinking. They just opened Phobia, so they're not going to get, if anything, they're not going to get anything gigantic. They could possibly take a year off, or they could go and hit back the water park again. You know what I'm saying? They just spent a boatload of cash just on on Phobia. So they'll probably take a few years off of something big, and then they'll do the water park thing. Probably add a flat ride or two or something. They'll update the water park and stuff like that. But I don't suspect them getting anything big. Because think about it. The company that owns them is trying to sell all their parks. So right now, they're still spending money, still investing, but they want out. So I don't know what the deal is with that. And, you don't know what's going to go on. I mean, they don't have money like Disney or Universal. They don't have the cash flow like even Cedar Fair or Six Flags. They don't have that kind of dough. And so they get what they get, and, they're doing what they can with the park, which, I'm hoping more sooner than later that Lake Compounce gets some more good stuff. I mean, right now they got some good stuff. They just needed to keep, adding on to make it a better place to go. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I do know that's going to happen in the off season is that Triple Up on Boulder Dash is going to be gone. They're ripping that out, and they're going to change it. I don't know, but they will be changing the Triple Up on it. It'll be gone. So that's what Lake Compounce is definitely doing for next year. All right. So for those that care, Six Flags America, with a Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth location, is going to be in the back of the park after the train tracks on the way to Superman. So in that area over there, that's where they're going to be, what do you call it? That's where they're going to be putting that. The Splash Waterfalls at Six Flags New England is gone. Everything. Not Boulder Dash being gone, just the Triple Up on Boulder Dash. For those that have been on it, when you come around to do, the turnaround, and as you're coming back, there's that crazy Triple Up that's like killing everybody. Nope. They're just gonna either add a new element. They're gonna just replace it with something else. There will be no more Triple Up on that ride. Wirecast is gone. No, Boulder Dash not gone in 2017. Just Triple Up in 2017. Will be gone. So anyway, Splash Waterfall at Six Flags New England, everything, including the station, is officially gone. It's all gone. Everything is just gone, and they're getting everything prepped now to get ready for the Joker. Slingshot's still there, so we'll see what happens as they get rid of that. That'll eventually go. So we'll see how that ends up. I mean, nobody knows exactly what it's going to look like. We don't have any blueprints and none of that stuff. Actually, what I'd like to see happen with Boulder Dash is the bunny hops. If they could do it to give us some better airtime, and plus, I don't know how many of you actually, when you're walking like towards the Sky Ride and you walk it, to the Rapids Ride, and you look when the train hits the Triple Up, you can actually see the supports and the track, like, really, it's not good. It's really moving more than probably it should. I know when coasters, especially constructed, they're made to bend and sway, for the stress. So, but it's a little bit more than what is. I mean, it's swaying, the track's jumping up and down on it, hitting the bottom of the train. I mean, have you ever been on it and actually listened when you hit that area? It sounds like the train and the track's breaking itself apart. It's just bad. While when it was in its smooth days, it was great. But as time went on, that element was ripping the track, it's ripping itself apart. It's, beating on the trains. And so this is well, here's the difference. The triple up, it was too quick in succession. It was like boom, boom, boom. If you spread it out a little bit more, it would be better. Because, you can make the bunny hops a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You can add more. Like when it starts hitting the straightaway, just start doing some bunny hops the rest of the way. And I honestly think that would be the best bet. It would give you... It'll make fun elements. You'll still have airtime. People won't be getting, restraints in the ribs and getting messed up. Not only, it hurt me, but I know a lot of people that it's been like banging in the ribs, and people are like, whoa, And it's not like Lake Compounce doesn't do maintenance on the ride. They do a lot of maintenance every year. So, like I said, I think the best bet would do something like a bunch of bunny hops, however many they can to get it going. And then, spend a good chunk of dough, fix that, make it, awesome again. It's still a great ride. That's just the worst spot of the ride. Don't get me wrong, there's some spots that are pretty brutal, but that spot is really brutal. Really, really, really brutal. Now, some bad news. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily bad news, but Cedar Fair, the 3 parks that have the VR haunt, the Fair 5150, due to people being crybabies about mental patients and hurting their feelings, Cedar Fair has decided to pull the plug on it, and they're not doing it. There's been so much uproar about it, and now they're not going to do it anymore. Now, see what happens when you let people talk. The way society is, eventually you're not going to have anything. You're going to be stuck in your room, looking at a wall for the rest of your life, because people are going to go, nope, you can't have that. I'm offended. If you're that offended, don't go to it. Go ride something else. You're that offended that you don't want to. It's Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, mental patients, and Halloween go together like peanut butter and jelly. Or tuna fish and mayonnaise. I don't know. So, it's gone. They got rid of it all because people were crybabies about mental patients. I totally think that Cedar Fair should have gave everybody that was complaining the finger. Because if I owned the parks, I'd be like, you know what? If you don't like it, don't ride it. I'm not removing it because you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this world's going to. What's next? Because technically Six Flags New England has a mental patient haunt with Psychopath. Are you going to get rid of that because people get offended? You know what I'm saying? Like, personally for me, mental patients have always been associated with Halloween. And all of a sudden now it's offensive. You know what I mean? Like, this year it just became offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty stupid that parks are so afraid to lose business that they will cater to 5 people that complain. That's just how bad it has become. Now they're going to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. They went out of their way for probably not even 1% of the visitors that complained. I guarantee it was less than 1. It was probably 0.5% of people. They're going, it's offensive. I'm offended. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what's wrong with people. Like, you got offended. All right. So don't go near the haunt. Don't go in the haunt. Why do you have to ruin it for everybody else? I don't know. I would totally, like, if that stuff was going on at, like, Six Flags New England, and I would tell them, like, don't back down. I'd be like, the hell with them people. You know what I'm saying? It's so retarded. And then, I don't know how many of you saw the little fun fact that was hitting the internet waves about riding roller coasters will help you pass kidney stones with no pain. somebody actually paid for a study on this, and somebody, figured it out and whatever. They went on the mine train over at, Disney, and they passed the kidney stone with no pain. So if you have a kidney stone issue going on, go ride a roller coaster. It'll help you out. It'll get rid of it. I would love for them to do a maze like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would be so awesome if they could do an Arkham Asylum maze. Yeah, I know retarded is offensive, and that's why I said it. Because I don't have political correctness. Never have, never will. Eventually it's probably going to be like, if you say retarded, that you're probably going to like go to jail or get fined, and I'm probably going to go broke from saying it or go to jail for years for saying offensive stuff, because I don't care. I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to say and what to do. I don't care who you are. I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it. And that's how it is. Poop. Poop, poop, poopity poop. Poop is offensive. So, there we go with that. Alright, so let's talk Fright Fest. That's all the news that I had for this evening. So we got through all that. I know, it wasn't a lot of news, but who cares? So let's talk about Fright Fest. For those that are thinking about going, want to hear what I think about it, blah, blah, blah. I will show you the new show a little bit after we do the review on Fright Fest. El Toro and Wicked Cyclone will keep your kidney stones broken up. Yeah, they will. So Sunday was Fright Fest Media Day. I was invited to go, so we went. Me, Luco, and the kids. We went, and I will say I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. I will say these things, and the things that I'm going to say, I brought to the attention of the park. Now, in no means am I trashing Fright Fest, but there were some things that I thought needed improvement, and there were some things that I thought were really great. So I made sure I told the park what was really great, what I felt. It's just my opinion, so to them, it is what it is. So, but beyond that, this is what I am going to tell you about Fright Fest. So, when we went and checked in at 2 o'clock, and matter of fact, Jen McGrath told me that I was actually the first one out of all media and whatever to RSVP to it, which was kind of cool. So they gave us, and I got them upstairs. You see them in the park. It looks like this. It's a light up lanyard thing. It's got like park stuff, like a roller coaster or whatever on it. And it changes, lights up. They gave everybody one of those. There was a lanyard that we had that got you skip the line on all the rides and all the haunts. The park wasn't that busy. Cyclone, even with 2 trains, is probably running on a 20, 30, 45-minute wait. Something like that. And we skipped the line. It was great. And, we did the haunts. I did see the changes that they made to Houdini, Midnight Mansion. I did see the changes that they made to Wicked Woods. They didn't make any change anywhere else, except that Total Darkness is gone and is now taking place with Psychopath. You still have what do you call it? Slasher Circus 3D. Well, think about it. They have a media day for the media because what am I doing right now? I am talking to you all about Fright Fest. That's what it is. I mean, everybody can go and talk about it, but it's so early in the Fright Fest season, and with the weekend coming up, so I'm here to tell you all about Fright Fest, and that's what it is. That's what Fright Fest is about. They're letting us into Fright Fest so we can talk about it. They let us in opening weekend of Fright Fest, and now here we are. Here I am talking about Fright Fest. So, actually, the first thing that we did, as soon as we got our lanyards, we went to go see the Graveyard Groove. I had no idea because David Garrity's not doing the magic show this Halloween, so I went to check it out. And then I talked to John Winkler and some other people after the dinner, and telling them about what I've seen so far, what I thought so far, and so on and so forth. And we'll get into that in a minute. But I will say, Graveyard Groove, must-watch show. You'll see 6 minutes of it. It was the second night of its showing, and they're kicking butt. And I thought it was a really good show. I mean, if you remember shows in the past that they had, and I'm not talking about Dead Man's Party, but I'm talking about shows in the past that were crap. And I told John Winkler that. I told him, I'm like, thank God that you guys put the show in. A lot of the shows that they had in the past were horrible. And they were. They were not good. And when I talked to John, and he said, you know what, this was a show that had to be put indoors, and it does. It's actually the old stage set from Dead Man's Party, and from what John Winkler said, they're going to keep building upon it, adding more singers, adding more stuff. So right now, what you see is what you get this year, but it's going to keep getting built up and built up. And a conversation I had with him, and I didn't know this, the show that they used to do on the gazebo, I forgot what they called it, and he said it, and I still forgot what it was. And I used to think that was the worst show that they had ever put on. It was just weird. It was so squishy, you couldn't really do anything with it. And I was told that was the first show that he cut. That was the first thing he cut when he was became the park GM of it, and he said he caught a lot of hell from it. But I think that this show that's in the theater makes up for anybody that was mad about the show. Well, they don't have Fright Lane. They have a VIP skip the line thing that you can do. So with the theater, I really liked the show. I thought it was entertaining. It was something that the park needed desperately. Don't get me wrong, I love David Garrity. I think his show is great, but this is something different. This is something something that the park needed. And I remember Dead Man's Party was over by like the Ferris wheel back in the day, back where like Slingshot and Teacups was and all that. That's around the area of where Dead Man's Party at some point was. Yeah, where Slingshot is now. See, I remember that, walking by and seeing that. So now this show is basically the reincarnation of Dead Man's Party. It's called Graveyard Groove, the Monster Review. I thought it was great. I loved it, and I told the park manager how much that I actually loved the show. I thought it was good. I'm telling everybody to make sure that they go watch the show. It's definitely worth watching. I loved it. Maybe some people hate it. They hate the show, Graveyard Groove, but I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I haven't heard anybody say that they hated it. A lot of people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. I thought it was great. So, actually, every time that I go to Fright Fest, I am going to watch that show. If I can watch it twice in a day, I will. That's how much I actually liked the show. It was really good. As a matter of fact, a picture that we posted, one of the actors and the singers in the thing shared it. It was great. Hello, Cadence. Uncle Josh says hello. And I will see you tomorrow, Miss Cadence. So, the show is definitely worth going. And everybody knows, I really, and ask Luco, I always complain. I don't want to watch a show. I want to be riding my rides. This show is something that I really want to keep continuing. Six Flags New England could do holiday in the park. I just don't know why they haven't. I don't know if it's corporate saying, wait your turn, fool. I don't know what's going on. Graveyard Groove. So, that part of Fright Fest was amazing. Now, I'm not going to say what the changes are inside the haunts. I'm not going to ruin that for you. I'll let you guys go see it. I'm not going to do that. I did tell the park this, and not in a jerky way. I just gave my... to me, Fright Fest with the old haunts is getting stale. The Midnight Mansion in Wicked Woods has been the same for the most part for however many years. I've lost count. Now, I actually heard the general public saying, "Oh, it's the same as last year." It's time that they need to change it. Now, whether they listen to it, maybe they get mad that I said it, or maybe they get mad that I say it out in public, but don't let that deter you from going. The themes, the decoration and stuff are still good, and I enjoyed that. The actors were giving it their all, and they weren't just going, "Ooh." They were actually, like, whatever character they were playing, they were really getting it, and it was getting me excited a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, before I'd walk through and be like, whatever. Like, I was actually getting excited because the actors were getting into it. Every role that everybody played, were all getting into it. And I brought that up to John Winkler, and I said, look, they're doing a great job with, getting into character, and, I gave him a whole long list of things, I told him a whole bunch of things, and so it was definitely, how do I put it? It's definitely a step in the right direction. The other thing that I thought was not as good was the scare zones. And the reason why I say that is it felt kind of empty, because Area 51 isn't anything like it used to be. It's just a saucer and a truck over by the bathrooms, over by Scream, and then they got the car and the alien popping out of there. I feel that should get changed to like a Carrie theme, like a 50s high school prom kind of theme. It would totally fit. It could work. You could do something with it. I mean, you have Demon District. You have Undead Alley. They claim there's 4. I've only seen 3. I must be missing one somewhere. Where, I don't know. Oh, you got the Main Street one. It just seemed, I don't know if that's because it was opening weekend and they still got more to do, or, they didn't have enough actors in there. I don't know what the whole thing was. So I don't know. But I told them, I said, as long as they, I gave them a whole bunch of ideas. I said, you know what? This works. This isn't working anymore. Try this. And I went on and on. I made a list of stuff. I emailed them. Fright Fest overall to me does get better every year. It does get better every year. But some things need to change. Now, whether they don't have the budget to change it, maybe they just like it the way it is. I don't know what their I don't know what goes behind the scenes. I don't know any of that. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that. But I still don't get me wrong, I still go and I still enjoy going through the haunts. I love Halloween time. And, as much as some of the stuff feels dated, it needs a refresh with Midnight Mansion and Wicked Woods, there are still good things about the dated stuff. But I keep emphasizing, I'm like, look, it's a great haunt, but the GP is now finally saying it's the same as before. So, hopefully that they, you know what I'm saying, they finally listen and go, all right, we're going to change it, retheme it, something. They have to do something. What that is, I don't know, but they need to do something. Just so, you know what I mean? I know they're not going to be universal. They're not going to change it every year. And that's fine, but I told them, I said, I said, say, for example, you retheme Midnight Mansion next year, then start retheming them one every year to retheme it, or add one and retheme. And I told them, I said, the Picnic Grove needs to be Haunt Central. That's where all the haunts need to be. Have them all in, a bunch of them in a nice location. They can do a lot. They have room to grow. They have room to do things. They can do things. So they just add things and do things. Yeah, it could be Houdini's Horror Show. That's a great name. I also told them that they need to add the escape room. I've been to some local haunts that do escape rooms. I know Cedar Fair's doing them with the skeleton key. I I've been to local haunts that I've actually done the escape room in. Not around here, but where I was local to them. It was good. So we'll see what happens in the future. I also made sure that there wasn't a negative spin on what I was telling them, because they know I have the best interest of the park when I open my mouth. So it's not like I'm like dogging them out and talking trash and running them through the mud. They know when I come and I talk to them and I say, look, this is wrong. This needs to be changed. Focus on this. That's what they need to do. Now, whether they listen to me or not, that's another thing. So, Wicked Woods had some changes. Not too many, but there was a couple. And, I still like walking through it, walking through the woods, going through the thing. Again, the actors were, like, getting in it. The actors love what they do. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? The actors really loved it, and I applaud them for, giving it their all. People that are doing that, doing the whole, act, doing all that. When I talk to John Winkler, he goes, they let them, instead of like producing characters that is everywhere, they let the actors create their own character, and that's what they do, and that's what I like. So instead of having to do all that stuff, no, I'm not going to trash talk SFNE. That's my home park, man. That's my park, man. I'm not going to trash. I mean, if it was complete crap, I would trash it. But to me, I love Six Flags New England. You know what I mean? I will defend it. I mean, I will tell people, and I will tell them when they screw up. But I will defend that park to the day I die. That's my home park. I love that park. I love the employees. I'm always hanging, you know what I mean? So I will always defend Six Flags New England. I know people hate Six Flags as a company. People are thinking that Six Flags, even New England, sucks. They're sick of going. It's the same thing. They keep doing this and that. You know what? I will defend it. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, like, I can understand where people are coming from. People don't like going to the same places. Even when I talk to the park man, they go, yeah, Rocky Point was my home park. It doesn't exist. If it existed, that would be my home park, and then I probably wouldn't go to New England as much. But I really don't have a park. I got a little tiny down on Atlantic Beach with a little dragon coaster. You know what I'm saying? That's not a park. That's a quick stop off. Actually, no. It takes me about an hour and 45 minutes to get to Lake Compounce. I can get to Six Flags New England about an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes. See, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Canopy. It's just every time I go, it's busy and I can't really enjoy myself. So I just go there every once in a while. So it is what it is, man. But anyway, back to Fright Fest. So Psychopath. Let's talk Psychopath. We all know that it was Total Darkness. Now, some of the elements of Total Darkness are still there. There is a little bit more lighting to it. There's actually a bunch of scenes. There's some cool stuff that goes on. Yes, they still use the rope and the flashlight. I honestly wish they wouldn't, but they do. They spent a lot of money. I don't know what the dollar amount is, but they spent a good amount of money on what do you call it? This flashlight that they have now is interactive with the haunt. You go different scenes, does different things, strobes, different colors, this, that, and the other. So like I said, the rope and the flashlight's still there. So I don't know how people feel about that, but I mean, the haunt itself is a lot better than Total Darkness. I love it. The lady that actually helped build it and put it all together, one of the ladies that did it, she was there. I was talking to her. She was really proud of the improvement of Psychopath. I never got to talk to her again after that. After I went through, but let me tell you, it's a definite improvement. And I actually like it. See, I like the whole asylum thing. That's my thing. Like Dr. Giggles, mental asylum, mental patients. You know how people have, bands have their fan name. Like Lady Gaga's got the Little Monsters, Insane Clown Posse's got Juggalos, Grateful Dead's got Deadheads, so on and so forth. And when I did my Dr. Giggles thing. I would call my fans mental patients and nurses. That was my thing. Once they announced Psychopath and what it was and all, I was like, whoa! I'm like, this is my thing, man. I love this. I do agree, though, without the rope and a flashlight, it would take people too long to go through, but it's the first time I went through it, Psychopath, I was the lead guy, and I'm trying to tug people along, and they're pulling me back, all these people. It's like, dude, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yo. It was pissing me off really bad. Unless you put up lit checkpoints like what Fright King. What the hell is Fright Kingdom? I've never even heard of Fright Kingdom. No clue. Yeah, you know what? Whoever wins... excuse me, the presidency, he's moving to Canada. He's going to go live near Canada's Wonderland. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be a Canadian. That's what he's going to become. He's going to become a Canadian. He's going to become a Canuck. That's what he's going to do. So... But definitely, if you go to New England, definitely check out Psychopath. Slasher Circus 3D, I love that haunt. I love the whole 3D clown thing. I've been yapping at them for that for years, and we finally got that's another one. I was like, oh, damn, gangster-like. I was like, yes. Like, I was excited. And then when you got the zombie one, that one's, I love the whole zombie thing. It's cool. I do wish... they tried to be a little bit more scarier than they are, but then again, no haunts are really scaring me anyway. So like I said, when I go through a haunt, I've changed my mentality. I make it that it's all about the themes, the decoration, the actors, and all that. That's what it's all about. And if it checks all that stuff off on the box, that's then I'm happy. Because the whole scare thing, that's not going to happen. So, it is. It is what it is. So overall, what do I think of Fright Fest? I loved it. I mean, is it the best Halloween event out there in the world? No. Is it a good one? Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, you're gonna, you got the teacups with the strobe lights and the lights and stuff. You got Kontiki all done up with the lights and the music. What do you call it? Pandemonium. And I noticed when I came off the exit of Pandemonium, when you look over into the track, they have the dragon head from the Glow in the Park parade lit up over there too. So that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a great, especially if you have a season's pass, and I feel bad for the person that's going to pay to get in and then pay for the haunts on top of it. But if you already got a season's pass and you pay for the haunts, even just one time, it's not a bad deal. So do you think crap is thrills? What are you talking about, Coaster Box? I have no idea what you're talking about. Not a clue. Not a clue. No idea. A friend of mine is forking an event there. Dude, Costa Kev, you're my homie and all, but I have no idea. He's forking it. Is he getting a fork and stabbing things at the event? I don't know what you're talking about. He's stabbing things with forks now. I don't know what he's doing. What is your friend doing? He likes to stab. He's forking. He's forking an event. He's forking it. Fuck you. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on over there. But, yeah, so overall, I mean, the scariness for me is not there for Fright Fest. It could be there for somebody else. Who that is, I don't know. Is it working, forking, crap, thrill? What's going on here? There's so many crazy things being said in this chat tonight. I have no idea what's being talked about. It's blown my mind. If I move to Canada, I will become the new Toronto Jot. There you go. You can be the new. You can be like me, only out in Canada. You can live at Canada's Wonderland, and you can have a ball. You can have a blast. You can live there forever. You would love it. I know you would. I use my fork to eat my food. I use my fingers to eat my food. I just put my hand in my plate, and whatever it is, I just shovel it in like a shovel. And that's why I am fat. Even though I'm happy to announce I've lost 15 pounds. So I'm very happy about that. I'm trying to lose more weight before I go on the cruise, because then that'll be better. So, okay, let's break the rundown. We'll show the video. We'll talk a little bit more, and then eventually it'll be 10 o'clock or so. So, anyway, breakdown Fright Fest. Check out Graveyard Groove. Awesome show. Trust me on this. I hate shows. And yes, I have a mind to be blown. I mean, it's been blown so much that I have a little bit of a mind to be blown left. Further away from the mountains. Who cares about mountains when you got parks, man? Parks. Forget the mountains. Ride them rides, yo. So, Fright Fest, Graveyard Groove, must do. My favorite two haunts of Fright Fest, a Slasher Circus 3D and Psychopath. Psychopath right now is my favorite, and then second is Slasher 3D Circus thing. Those are my two favorites. I do love the zombie one. I think it's time that Wicked Woods and Houdini get a whole new, not necessarily a retheme, but change the whole decorate, like take it all out and redo it all brand new. It can still have the same themes. Maybe switch the rooms around and change it up a little bit. Maybe some new decorations so it looks different. But at the end of the day, there's still good haunts. It's a little pricey for the event when you're actually paying for it. But even if you're just going to do it one time, it's worth the money, I think. Because when you're going through the haunts, I like the haunts, and the more that people actually go to the haunts and spend the money, you have a better chance of them actually investing in it. So I say, cough up the dough at least once, go through it, and if not, there's still a ton to do. You can still do the rides, you can still see the show, you can still have a fun day at the park, you can still experience the scare zones. There's still enough to do, but I still say go in the haunts. Support it. It's just like anything else. I mean, if you don't go and you protest the haunts of being the same and not spend the money, well, then there's your protest, and then they have to change. If you want to support it to give more money to do it, I can try to be the voice of the people to be able to get it done. I can try. I mean, they don't always listen to me. They don't have the budget that I would love to be able to spend on this. I would love it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, for the time being, we are going to pop in this video here for you to watch. It's a 6 minute and 11 second video. So if you don't want to watch it, You can go take a dump or take a piss or go get something to drink, go smoke something, go eat something. I don't know what you want to do, but here you go.
Thanks for the wake-up call. That curse was really weighing me down.
Oh, well, you know, it's what I do, release curses and stuff.
Oh, a wolf, a vampire, and this frickin' thing makes me want to party.
It makes me want cereal.
Hold this.
But who am I going to call?
Just a jump to the left. Dougie, you're killing the moment.
The moment is dead. You're dead.
I see the future, not sure you're in it.
Who care for these creatures?
They're smart. Yeah.
I'm a genius. Here.
Oh, if only you could see. You're the one who simply needs me.
I built the plot and filled the lot.
But you're not letting us breathe.
How can you breathe when you're 6 feet deep?
Maybe we can travel the world and I can give you all you can see.
Time is money. I can just put you back. Let's stop this now and stick with our mission.
One day while my mind was glowing, I was in my castle golden. But now that those gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Let's not forget something here. I am the one in charge. I have the shovel.
I want a shovel.
Give me that. You can't handle it. Have you lost your brain again? The one you have isn't even yours. I gave you his spleen, and I can take it back just as easily. You think you can leave this graveyard and venture into the world?
I'd give my right arm.
You already did. And then a certain best friend went and buried it. Bad doggy.
Maybe I'm sick of being the graveyard guard, Tom.
Tell him, Wolfie.
Maybe I want to
Whoa.
break the chains and be free.
Whoa.
Make somebody like Tom. Get her off the boat and make the best. So I said quietly, politely. Like I said, I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. Nothing. But I chewed through everything.
Sit down.
right, so there's your little tidbit of taste of it. Yeah, I couldn't hear it while I was playing, but I highly doubt he said that word there, Mr. Daniel. But it's definitely a good show. I enjoyed it, and I plan on going to see it more and more and more and more. So I say check it out, and it'll be good. Anyway, so another thing about Fright Fest that I forgot to mention, I don't know how many of you have actually seen the Freak Show down in Coney Island. For those, you know, if you're going to Luna Park and you're walking around outside of Luna Park, and they get a little freak show, which I always see when I go down to Coney Island. Every time I go down there, I paid it $10. It's like 20 minutes, half hour. Great show. I love it. But the guy that hosts that and does some tricks is actually hosting the freak show at Six Flags. So he's emceeing this freak show that they got at Six Flags New England, and they got, you know, people doing the freak show stuff. So it's pretty cool. He travels around, does his thing. So it's pretty cool. And so Fright Fest, definitely check it out. Check out the show. Check out the freak. So you get the freak show, the rides, the scare zones. You got a lot that you can do at Six Flags New England or Fright Fest. I think it's great. I'm hoping that they change it. You know, they got to keep it. You got to stay relevant in when you do seasonal events. You have to stay relevant. You have to keep changing things, because if not, eventually people will stop going, and you're going to go, well, this year sucked. Not many people went through the haunts. And they're going to go, well, why? The reason why is you don't change it enough. Because if you look at other parks that, you know, like Cedar Fair's parks and other parks, even other Six Flags parks, they keep things for a while and they change them. I mean, realistically, every 3 years you should change a haunt. Not 5, not 10. Realistically, to stay relevant, well, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 is a realistic, in terms of a seasonal Halloween haunt, you know, for a chain amusement park. I really think that 3 to 5 years is really the mark of changing out haunts. I mean, you can keep the same theme, just decorate it different. Be like, even though it's, you know, Midnight Mansion, well, now it's different. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's new and improved. It's totally different, Midnight Mansion or Wicked Woods. Get rid of Wicked Woods. Here's my thing about Wicked Woods that really bothers me. That whole storyline, it's just not working for me. I mean, I know people. I know I'm in the minority. People like the storyline, like the toxic waste thing at the end that they had for 10 years or however long. I really don't like it. I wish they'd get rid of it and do something different. So you know, it's really near here. It's my opinion, and you know, I wish they, you know, keep the cornfield, keep the graveyard. You know, that those parts cool. There's some other little things in there that was cool. That I really dig. You know, they can keep that. So I'm all for it. I just want to see him change it up, so it's not the same. You know, because when I go to other haunts, you know, like if you go to like a Factory of Terror or Haunted Labyrinth or whatever, if it's the same thing, then it gets stale and boring, and who the hell wants to go spend their money on it again? Not me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bad. So hopefully they listen and go, okay, you know what? We've done Midnight Mansion for however many years. Let's change it. Let's see what happens when you change it. Hopefully when they change it, it doesn't really kick myself in the butt for it, and then it's a failure. But it could be a failure on their part. I don't know. So anyway, I also did check out another haunt on Saturday night. There's a place in Cranston. I totally forgot what the name of it is. Like Confreda's Farm or something. Yes, New England does have bloody water in the fountain. This place that I went to Saturday night in Cranston, West Cranston, Hope, whatever you want to call it, they had a hayride, which was pretty long, and it was kind of neat. And they had a really long cornfield maze, which was really cool. And I really enjoyed it. I wish I remember the name. It was like Confreda's Farm or something like that. I forgot what that was. But it was really cool, and I was really like digging the whole cornfield thing. That was awesome. And the whole what do you call it? I mean, I've been on better hay rides than that. What hayride did I? Oh, there's the other one that's like down in southern Rhode Island and like East Greenwich, West Greenwich. I forget what the hell the tree farm. You know, it's that's pretty good. I don't know. There's a lot of haunts coming around. I got to get to the Haunted Labyrinth. Yes, I am from Rhode Island. I is. I don't know. It's Spooky World. I don't really get into Spooky World anymore. Like when I was at the New England Patriots Stadium, I went on that hayride and it sucked. It was horrible. Like, they didn't change nothing. They kept the same thing for the whole time that they were there. And I was like, that's crap. Like, the first year I did it, I was like, wow, it's cool. And then it was the same thing. And then it was the same thing. And then it was the same thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm all set with that. The only thing about Spooky World that I did really enjoy when I used to go is when they had, like, the actors come in, you could do, meet and greets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be cool. I don't know if they do that now. And plus, I have no idea exactly where in New Hampshire it is. If it's like 2 or 3 hours away, I'm not driving 2 or 3 hours away in New Hampshire for haunts. That's just not... I don't think that would be... you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think driving for 2 or 3 hours for haunts is really... Especially something that I know that's not as good as some haunts that I've driven to far out that are probably way better than that. Like Penhurst Asylum and what do you call it? Eastern States Penitentiary. I guarantee you are better than Spooky World or New England Nightmare or whatever it is. I would love to bet money. It's around 2 hours. I think I would drive 2 hours and probably be disappointed. Probably. I'm in the Burrillville. That's where I live. Burrillville. So, that's what that is. Alright, so quick. Oh, so another so it's in about an hour and 45 minutes. To get to there. Because it takes me like an hour and 25 minutes to get to Pinball Wizard. So. Alright, so those going to PPP. I think you got to register for the October 7th thing. So if you go and check that out. October 8th is Phoenix Fall Fun Fest at Knoebels. October 9th is Coast of Madness at Dorney. October 15th is Boulder Dash Bash at Lake Compounce. And November 19th is Smoky Mountain Coaster Fest at Dollywood. Now remember, next week is the last week for the Grove Show for 2 weeks. We'll be going on... We'll be going to Florida, hitting a cruise, blah, blah, blah. We're going to try and do live videos from wherever we can, wherever the signal's good enough to allow us to do it. We're going to do that. We're going to, we're going to be at Universal. We're going to be at SeaWorld. We're going to be at Busch Gardens. I'm going to try and go live from a cruise ship out in the middle of the ocean. I'm going to try to go live at different islands like St. Thomas, St. Martin, Bahamas. We're going to try and do that just to kind of see what's going on, you know. So, though there will be no show, there will be live stuff going on from the parks and cruise ships and stuff like that. So, just, you'll be able to. So, oh, I hear like water or something. Somebody flushed the toilet, I can hear it. So, so be on the lookout for that. And there's a lot of good things coming our way. A lot of good things. But anyways, we're going to get going. It's after 10 o'clock. I got some crazy things I got to get ready for this weekend. So I will talk to everybody next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we'll be rocking out. So, yeah, you're going, Jody. I'm not going. I'm left out. This video is taking place at my house. This is my basement. This is where the show takes place. But anyway, we'll be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, keep on coasting. Peace out. And I will see you next week, y'all. Have fun. Peace out.